In commercial property, it is possible to get a low doc loan. You might often hear this word low doc loan. What does this low doc loan means? I am going to uncover this in this video. Okay, what is low doc loan? Low doc loan means basically low documentation. Doc means documentation. So in other words, that it does not need a full documentation from you to apply for a loan. Why it is lucrative in commercial property? Because commercial property that you can buy, a lot of things depends on the lease itself. So the low doc loan is predominantly the bank is going to lend you based on the lease itself. So in other words, it is possible that you just turned, let's say, 18 years old and you have no income, but from somewhere you have $1 million. Then the bank depends on the what kind of properties that you are buying and what kind of lease it is. Bank can lend you up to $3 million and no question asked. So in other words, you can borrow $3 million and pay this $1 million deposit with this low doc loan facility. Now let me explain how does this work. First of all, you need to find a property which is like a good long standing lease. So let's say 10 years lease, or even 5-7 years lease, or even 15 years lease. You can buy a property which is like a 15 years lease left. In other words, that the tenant is planning to stay there for the next 15 years. That's why they have signed the lease. When bank sees this, bank sees an opportunity, because you are anyway paying roughly about 30% from your pocket, and the 70% bank is going to give you the loan. And it doesn't depend on your personal income, because the lease itself is going to be strong enough to actually service this property, service this loan. Plus the commercial property return is little higher. So if you can write let's say 15 years lease with about 7% return, and the current interest rate is about 6%, it is possible that you can get this loan with 70% LVR, or 70% loan to value ratio, means your 30% and bank 70%, and this can be arranged in this low doc loan. Means all you need to provide to the bank is the lease and your entity, or like purchasing entity, of course, assuming that you'll be buying in a commercial property in a trust like family trust or in a unit trust or in a company. Then bank will be happy to lend that under this low doc term. Now again, the low doc means low documentation. They do not need your financial returns, they do not need your incomes, because you have just turned 18, assume, and then you do not have any of these things, but you can buy this property, which is only possible in a commercial sector. This is not possible in residential sector, because residential sector is much more difficult, because the income is not that much and the lease is generally not long term. Which is why this low doc loan is a very lucrative part if you see that you can buy something for a longer lease. And even though you do not have that good financials, somebody like, let's say, tradie person who runs terrible financial, but they have a lot of cash, they can buy these kind of commercial properties. They can buy these kind of properties under this low doc term loan. So if you do not know about low doc loan, I suggest you talk to a mortgage broker, commercial mortgage broker, and find out what does this low doc loan means and how you can actually borrow even millions of dollars, as long as you have the deposit ready and as long as you are buying a property which is a longer lease, because bank is also going to give you loan under that terms. Under, like, let's say it's a 15 years lease, bank is happy to give you a 15 years even interest only loan, because bank knows that you would be paying that, because the lease is actually tied up and it's a stronger lease, and bank will be happy to go with this low doc loan. And this is how this low doc loan or the low documentation loan works. I hope you find this video helpful. If you like this video, then please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe my channel, and turn the notification bell on so you get to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.